we like road trips, so we like driving. So on one of the things that we did on this road trip, I listened to a training, I guess you could say, by
Myron Golden.
Myron Golden. And I wanted to come back and kind of reiterate the things that he said and hopefully open your eyes to how you look at money. All right? Because I know that all of us are on a journey. And I think that mindset is so important. And there's different levels to mindset. And this is one of the things that I feel like is very important to the transformation of your mindset when it comes to money. And it's, how do different people view money? How do middle class view money? How do lower class people view money? How do wealthy view money? And I'm going to break it down. And if you have any questions at any point, man, just ask your questions or your comments, and I'm here for it. So I'm going to start with lower class people. How lower class people, and how he said it was broke people. But as I said, that was a little too rude.
It's lower class.
That was a little too rude. But how lower class people view money, they view money as a primary tool to pay bills. That's the use of money. That's why they go to that 9 to 5. That's why they scared to always leave that 9 to 5, because they go to work to pay those bills.
And it's just a cycle. I work to pay my bills. And it goes over and over and over again. In that lower class, it's not for anything more than I'm here to pay my bills. As Tonio say, when he's trying to, I'm here so I don't get fined. So I'm here just pay these bills.
So that's kind of the first level of people and how they view money. Now, I will say that 90% of the people that's in our program, they're not in that class. All right? Just to be transparent. Most people that join our program, they're not in that lower level mental class.
They're in this next class.
They're in this next class. They're in this middle class.
Yeah.
All right? And how middle class view money. Middle class view money so that they can have good credit and fund their lifestyles. That's how you view money for the most part. It's, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to make sure I have good credit, I'm going to make sure I have the finer things in life. And we love to say we're going to have them things that our parents didn't give us. And that lifestyle comes from that mentality of, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to fund my lifestyle with my job money, and I'm going to make sure I have good credit.
Meaning, I'm going to make sure the vacations are planned in the book. I'm going to go to Greece. I'm going to go everywhere that I could possibly go.
I'm going to go to these concerts.
Yeah, but I'm going to do it on my credit card.
I'm going to go to these football games. What else we like to do?
We like to travel. We like to go to...
Y'all give me something else we like to do with our money. That's fun and entertaining.
Yeah, I know I'm going to pick travel all day.
Shop.
Yeah. Got my Louis Vuitton purses.
Go out to eat.
Things.
Say it again, Angela.
Go out to eat. Yes, Ash with that too. Foods and clothes. That's right.
That's it. So like, that's how middle class people view money. They're not necessarily just going to work to pay their bills, but they're going to work to make sure they have good credit. They're going to work to make sure they can fund their lifestyle. And they're using their credit to fund that lifestyle. All right? Where I want all of us to get, and this is where I feel like most of us are on that bridge to where we're leaving middle class and we're headed to a wealthy mindset. All right? And in the wealthy mindset, wealthy people view money as a tool to buy assets. All right? Wealthy people view money as a tool. Tamika say, stop talking to me. We don't listen to me. You already came in at the beginning. Like, most of our people are on that bridge. They in middle class and they on that way to a wealthy mindset. But it's a bridge, and it's some things you gotta go through, and some things you gotta change.
That's still taking on you, telling you, hey, don't go nowhere, don't go too far. We still connected, and it's fine. why we're talking through that.
And that's why we got to talk about it out loud, because I think that if you talk about it out loud, sometimes you can recognize what you're doing and catch it. So how wealthy people view money is, wealthy people view money as a tool to buy assets. Ideally, they're buying cash flowing assets, and the cash flow from those assets is what produce that lifestyle. It's what produce those rewards. All right.
So, for example, I go buy me rental properties, and that cash flow from my rental properties allow me to take that vacation. But if I don't have cash flow coming in from my rental properties, then I can't take no vacation. That's the difference between wealthy. They figure out how many more assets do they need to buy to take their family to Disney World for a week. How many assets do I need to buy? What do I need to have in order for me to fund what I want to give to my family, what I want to do for myself?
And they truly understand the difference between good debt and bad debt. The wealthy don't think that debt is bad. They just understand that there's a difference between good debt and there's a difference between bad debt. And once you truly understand those things, that's where you start changing your mindset from a middle class mindset to a wealthy mindset. And like just examples, a wealthy person understands that I can't go to the football game on my credit card because that's bad debt. That debt isn't going to produce me any money. That debt don't got a possibility to produce me no money. Like it's not even a possibility. It
don't matter how you spend it.
No matter how you.
I mean, you can try to spend it, but you ain't closing no deals literally at that football game. You going there to have fun.
Now, let's say that you go on a meeting to the football game, a high level meeting. That's a different story. I'll invest in that because I know that if I'm going to the football game with somebody that owns a coffee shop, we gonna talk business and we got some things we working on. That might can close the deal. I'm building relationship. That can be good debt. So I really want y'all to really process the things that you guys are buying and the things that you're doing. And I want you to ask yourself, is this good debt or bad debt?
Quick story. This was, I think about 2018, 2019. Antonio and I took a trip to South Florida, and we figured, this is a perfect trip for us to take because we were going to a conference, we were meeting some friends, we were talking about doing a collaboration. So we went to a conference in Miami, and we had the kids with us, and in our heads was our parents are both from Fort Lauderdale, Miami area. They can keep the kids while we're at this conference, and then we'll see them later. We thought, like, okay, they just really need to see the kids. They want to see the kids, spend time with kids. We're not a factor. And we were literally trying to close out a deal. I think this was around either somebody's graduation or somebody's birthday in my family. And my mama kept calling me, and I'm like, hey, like, I'm going to see y'all during the time of the event, but I'm not going to see you before then. Like, I'm trying to close $1 million deal, and y'all keep calling me. Like, I came here, it just happened to be that this graduation is on this time, but I came here, the reason why I financed this trip was because I am trying to close $1 million deal, and I cannot close this $1 million deal if you keep blowing up my damn cell phone. And it was a mindset for her. And in fact, she didn't even get it at first when I told her this.
Felt some type of way now.
Oh, she was pissed off at me. It took her best friend, me telling her best friend the situation because she was there. It took her best friend saying, hey, Kat, let me explain to you what Ashley trying to tell you that you ain't get. And then my mother understood it better. But I couldn't really articulate, like, this is why I'm here. I am here not because it's South Florida and I'm going on vacation. I am here to get to know my potential business partner. I am here to close this $1 million deal. I am here to see, do we line up? Can we work together? Or is this just, or will will it not work together? But the only way I could do it is if I flew down to Miami, dropped the kids off to the mama house, and really got to know this partner to see what could we do together.
This is IMN.
This is IMN. Mm-hmm.
And just to tell you what was on the table at this time, we was talking about doing a partnership to do 100 houses a year. Mm-hmm. And like, it was a big deal. And yes, we was going to a conference together to iron out the details to talk farther about it. Mm-hmm. So like, she didn't really understand that.
I'm talking about blowing up.
We're not here for y'all. Like, we're not.
We just happened to be in the city and decided this would be a good time for y'all to see y'all grandkids. But we have